Hello, everyone. How are you doing? This is Daryl Guberman, CEO of Guberman PMC LLC, a quality consulting firm here in Connecticut. Today, I was asked to really let people know about this whole issue we have with the American National Standards Institute and the American National Crediting Board. In 2019, I exposed an impropriety in laboratory accreditation. We will show you here, but I'm going to play the voicemail now of this guy, and he said, and he's a chairman, his name is Russ Chaney, he said, "Half a nut, fuck you" to me, because I exposed an impropriety in A2LA certification. We have all the data, we're going to show it to you. Let's continue, but let me play this for you and let you listen to this, and it's going to be playing twice, and I may play it at the very end to let you know what their attorney said when I sent them this audio file.
Return your call as soon as possible. Record your... This is Russ Chaney. Please leave a message and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Record your...
At the time, he was making about $300,000 a year tax-free through a royalty payment. I apologize. In 2013, I gave a speech at the American Society for Quality, which a guy, Dave Levy, was there, who's a Region 3 director. I'm bringing back about several years ago, about 11 years. But you need to see this because this guy approved us for what we were doing. We were doing quality certification. We still do. And he said, ANAB has no problem with you. In fact, we support you, sir. And at the time, ASQ owned, with ANSI, a 50-50 split of the American National Crediting Board, ANAB. In 2016, Randy Doherty wrote us and said, we can either join the IAF, ANAB, or both. But in 2015, as you're going to see right over here real quick, he handed over leadership of the IF to this Chinese national, Zhao Jinwu, who's been involved with our quality since 1994. You find anything wrong with that? Let's continue on. ANSI is the American National Standards Institute. It's a private, not-for-profit, non-governmental corporation with both federal agencies and corporations on board. As I told you in 2015, Randy, then the vice president of ANAB, the chairman and principal on the IF tax report, and remember this, ANSI is the founder of the International Accreditation Forum, which is an association of accreditation bodies, both national and international. Its sister organization, ILAC in Australia, is the International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation. Zhao Jinwu, mind you, this guy has been involved with our quality since 1994. At the time when he was given leadership and chairmanship of the IF, he was also the chief executive of the China National Accreditation Services. He is also mandated by his country of origin, Communist China, to take anyone's data. So it was very opportune for him to be on the IAF since both federal agencies and corporations sit on the IAF, okay, through their membership on Ansi-Anab, the founders and affiliate of the IAF, Ansi-Anab. They are also underwriters. I'll show you that as well. ANSI and ANAB are underwriters for the IF and ILAC, which means they take all systematic and product failure. This guy, Zhao Jinwu, has been involved with our quality since 1994. You have the factor of ANSI taking over complete control over ANAB, as I told you, between 2015 and 21. They were members, okay? They had to be because this is the IAF. They're on the IAF. This actually shows you can stop the video, I'm not going to read it, but it shows you here, I will. ANSI, founding member of IF and ANAB affiliate. This actually shows you and tells you about ANSI being the owner, ANAB being the owner of the IAF. On the ANAB website, it states, is your certificate accredited? Now, we have this data. If your certificate was issued by an ANSI-ANAB accredited certification body, which is a registrar, the answer to this question is probably yes. So for those of you who spent a lot of money on an ANSI-ANAB certification to pay to play, especially an AS9100, oh my goodness. Here is Zhao Jinwu standing in the lab in 2017. In 2017, there was a Miss Pamela Sale, and here she is, and she gave a deposition about one of the issues is that there is no commonly agreed upon set of standards that forensic labs, and I'm going to add this, phlebotomy labs, biolevel 4 labs around the country and world have to follow. Instead, there are informal guidelines that labs choose to follow or not. This is a report in 2011, just 6 years before that. And what it says is that all it is a certificate, a badge of honor. This went to the state of New York from a Mr. Marvin Schechter, an attorney. Laboratory failure. I was seeing this and I said, I've got to come out with this. This A2LA sits on the board of Ansi-Anab, and there was a woman who wrote me back who said, no, you're wrong. They're two separate entities unto themselves. And here it is. There you go. So we have Russ Chaney who said that. And let's play it again real quick for you because I think it's very important that you listen to what this guy said to me. Okay, when you hear this, you say to yourself, what the heck is going on with this world? The guy's making that type of money, saying those things to me. And by the way, who sits on there? You have Jim Tassett of Lockheed Martin. You also have David Calhoun of Boeing. That's like them because he's the chairman. He sets the tone and the stage. So here it is again.
This is Russ Chaney. Please leave a message and I'll return your call as soon as possible. Record your...
Let me read this to you. And I'm going to only read a portion of it. He's making, at this time, he's making $176,000. Okay, tax-free as a various. At one time, it was a royalty payment. And he said, I look forward to continuing my service as a volunteer in support of the American National Standards Institute and its voluntary consensus standards. Do you see the arrow down there, ladies and gentlemen? Does that look like a volunteer salary to you? And here's how I expose it. Here's A2LA sitting on Ansi-Anab's board. They also sat on the IAF over here. I sent a letter off to Joe Batia, the CEO, concerning this guy. His lawyer, Jameson Carroll over here, said after he heard it or whatever, he said, after analysis, we were unable to identify any harassing or objectionable content in the brief audio file provided. Unbelievable. And here he is, Jameson Carroll of Carroll & Weiss, and this is his, you can stop the video if you want and look at this. And here's the actual saying, but I have government agencies, they're all approving, I guess, of what this guy said. Here we go with this. Now, that's 2019. In 2022, I put in a 54-page document to become a director at large there. 54 pages, 16 letters of recommendation. At the back of the book, they asked to answer 9 questions as to what Daryl Guberman will do for ANSI, which I could do a lot for them, unlike half a nut fuck who. Well, if you look at this, you see that Russ Chaney is the nominating chairman. Do you think they were going to pick me, ladies and gentlemen? It is unbelievable. ANSI is a $98 million organization that's an underwriter for the IAF and ILAC. Again, IAF is a association of accreditation bodies, both national and international. So you take a look at all this mess. I will play this for you going out because it's absolutely unbelievable. I hope this answers your Russ Chaney deal because this is what type of animals. On top of it, let me just tell you something. Over here, Patrick Shanahan, when he was Deputy Secretary of Defense under Donald Trump, he said about the F-35 when questions, he said the F-35 is fucked up. Well, Patrick, that's not just the only point that it's fucked up. After their 801st ship, they're still producing aircraft with rejections, Lockheed Martin F-35. On top of it, I just read a report where one of the F-35s coming off the line, 812 or 821 rejections they have on that aircraft. They can't cure this after about 10 or 15 years of manufacture and R&D work. Unbelievable. The sadness is that when Donald Trump got elected the first time, he should have penalized him $1.5 billion on cost overruns for R&D work. I worked in aerospace. I know how that works. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this. I hope that answers you. This is about Russ Chaney and ANSI's clusterfuck. It really is. 203-556-1493. I thank you.